Let me tell you something that most people get wrong. You're not just craving junk food, you're actually lacking discipline. And you are not weak for giving in. If anything, your brain isn't doing what it's been trained to do. So if you trained your brain, it will follow through on the things you want it to do. Not just when it feels like it, but when it needs to be done. And if you trained a bad habit for so long, that bad habit will be like it's natural, like it's instinctive. But really, you've just embedded it so long into your mind, into your habits, your physicality, into your world, into your lifestyle, that it's hard to get rid of because it's intermingled in your life. So it makes sense why a bad habit is hard to get rid of. But it doesn't mean it can't be broken. So how do we not feed the bad habit? That's the question. How do we not feed the bad habit and also feed the good habit? How do we do this? And we can do this by making sugar, because this channel is about getting rid of sugar and eating a meaty, hearty diet. If you want to get rid of sugar in your life, which is usually what most people crave for when they crave takeout, when they crave junk food, that's what they crave for, sugar, because sugar is very addictive. It's delicious, it's yummy. And that's what we need to first acknowledge. It's delicious, it's yummy, it's very addictive. Our body loves it, our brain especially loves it, right? It hits those dopamine levels, that's for sure. Like drugs, it really is very similar to drugs. But we want our body to like it, but not love it. Make it very hard for sugar to be around in your home specifically, right? When you walk into the kitchen, there better not be Splenda on your kitchen counter. Better not be Oreos on your kitchen counter. Okay, any kind of sugar in your kitchen, maybe besides honey and blueberries, I get it, that's fruit. But if you really want to get rid of junk food, don't have it in your home. Don't have it around you. Make it very hard to grab takeout. Make it very hard to grab junk food in your kitchen so that you feel lazy to go out to the grocery store. And now your laziness to go to the grocery store beats your want of junk food. You understand where I'm going with this? Make it very hard. Willpower can work from time to time, but really it's just changing your lifestyle, believe it or not. Changing the way you create things in your kitchen. I mean, willpower does help here and there, but what's really gonna change is to implement a good habit over a bad habit. Feed the good habit. Do not feed the bad habit. And just let the good habit override the bad habit. And it's gonna be hard in the beginning. It's not gonna be like easy peasy. But what's gonna make it easier is removing that junk food out of the kitchen and making it hard for you to go out there and go to the grocery store, okay? And the alternatives to have on that kitchen counter would be maybe honey, maybe fruit, right? Fruits that you love, right? You wanna make the alternative to eating junk food very easy. The alternative being the substitution, which could be a little bit of honey in your drink, could be a little bit of fruit like blueberries, and making sure you have ready to go meats, ready to go animal fat snacks, right? There's a bunch of snacks out there that is just carnivore based and not carbs and not any junk food like that. So make sure to look up, carnivore based snacks if that's important to you, like beef jerky without sugar, right? Because some of it does have sugar. Just making sure it's ready and available. If you really, really need a snack, you could just get the beef snacks, the beef jerky, the beef protein bar. There really is such a thing as that. They do put a little bit of honey. That's not a big deal. If you're someone that's really craving for like junk food all the time, this could be really useful for you. And then when you are getting more used to not eating junk food, I would suggest to also snack on, or even in the beginning, snack on animal fats, animal grass-fed butter, making sure that your body starts to crave fat instead of sugar. That's the goal. Because right now your brain is like wanting that fix, and you want your brain and your body to be soothed by butter, and just at least temper your body from getting to a crash, so-called crash, by having butter in your diet as a snack. Grass-fed butter, just munching on that. Sparkling water, believe it or not, helps to die down the sugar cravings. It's a great substitution for sugar alternatives, believe it or not. I would try that out. And especially having salt in your diet, guys, believe it or not, like electrolytes really does help to substitute a lot of the sugar cravings, a lot of the junk food stuff that you want. Making sure that, when you get an electrolyte drink mix, that it doesn't have any sugar, and if it has something that tastes like sugar, it may not be. Like stevia extract is not sugar. So that could be a great substitution in your drinks. You can put it in your sparkling water. You could put it in a smoothie that you're making. Just make sure that if you get an electrolyte, that it has stevia extract and not actual sugar, right? Because it tastes like sugar, stevia extract, I mean, but it's not. And that could be a great substitution to ward off from buying junk food and eating junk food at home. And if you can tolerate it, if you're someone who has gut issues, raw milk could be of use. Like raw milk is great for sugar cravings because it doesn't have that much sugar in it, and it's mainly fat. It's mainly fat, and so that could curb the sugar cravings because it's not junk food. It's a whole food because it's not junk food. It's an animal food. So I would incorporate that as a way to get away from the takeout, from the junk food. So the cravings are not gonna disappear overnight. I don't wanna make this video as if it's gonna be like a miracle that happens overnight. It's not. It's gonna be over time that we're training your body to get away from junk food and creating a new habit where you go to the kitchen, the first thing you see is something that you crave for instead, that your body wants instead. That's the point where I want you to get to, where your body craves for the healthy option, not the junk food option. Again, you guys, like, you are not broken. You are not conditioned to do this. You are not born wanting the bad stuff. We were taught to eat the bad stuff through social media, through our own habits, through how we grew up with our parents, who fed us, our parents, right? So we need to be aware and figure out the substitutions that will change our bad habits into good habits, right? And I hope this video helped. If you're someone who is struggling on the carnivore diet and still has gut issues and don't know what to do, I specifically created a free video guide just for you about the 7 mistakes that you are committing on the carnivore diet that is not healing your gut. Okay, check that out in the video description down below. I hope you have an amazing day. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.